What's up, everybody? How you all doing today? I hope you're all doing good. Whew. Just got back from another bike ride. Starting to get a little more regular here with my bike rides. You know, if you've seen any of my other videos here, you know that I haven't been able to get in the kind of rides that I've been wanting to, just due to things in my personal life. In case you don't know, I run my own business, a small business, and my wife just got a new job. In case you didn't watch any of my previous videos, so it's been a little hard to get my training in, my cycling training. I've still been doing plenty of strength training in the meantime. If you've seen my past couple videos here, then you've probably seen just a little bit about my struggles. You know, one of the things I was talking about was being consistent. Being consistent in your everyday life to get things done, so you can improve your fitness, so you can improve your health. If you're just starting out, like I said, consistency is key in those kinds of situations. And you know, another thing is adaptation, man. You got to be able to adapt to different environments, different stresses, different things like that. So, you know, all these things are aspects that go into not only cycling training, not only strength training, but in your everyday life. These are things that how would you say, pay forward. You know, you gotta be consistent in things. The more consistent you are in some of these things, the easier they become. You know, having to, you know, get out and ride my bike every day becomes less of a struggle the more consistent I am. The more consistent I am strength training, lifting weights, you know, my body adapts, and that's something, you know, adaptation and things like that. It's stuff that your body needs, things that you need as you progress down your road of whether you're taking on a new fitness program, whether you are trying to get some new gains in whatever you're trying to do. Consistency is always key. Now the thing is a lot of times we always plateau as well. You know, say you get so far and you start to plateau. You're not losing that extra fat on your waistline. Your muscles aren't growing that little bit extra. You're not your heart isn't pumping as efficiently, pumping blood as efficiently as it should. And these are all normal things, you know, plateaus. And some of that comes down to making sure you're getting enough rest and relaxation. And that's one thing a lot of people always overlook, is making sure that you're getting plenty of rest and relaxation. You know, especially in cycling, especially if you ever watch athletes like in the Tour de France, that's one of the hugest things, is recovering after a ride. And you know, in the Tour de France, it's its own monster. I mean, they're going for 21 days, they're riding over 100 miles a day. So recovery from something like that, you don't really ever recover from that. That's why the Tour de France is such a thing. It's such a huge thing amongst like cycling fans and things like that. There are a couple other races out there that are 3 weeks long. Like you got the Giro d'Italia and the Vuelta a España. And these are 21-day events where these cyclists are going out there for 21 days riding over 100 miles a day. And they're just hammering at it. It is a very, very rough life. It's not easy. And they never really actually recover. Their bodies are in a constant state of breakdown and repair, and they never get the repairs done. That's why it's such a challenge. That's why even finishing a 21 stage like the Tour de France is such a big deal for so many people going there for the first time, for the 10th time. It is a hard thing to do. 21 days. Imagine if you just went and did something hard for 21 days, like as long as people ever do it. That's what these guys do. It's a really challenging thing, and I guess that's today's message, is make sure you're getting enough rest and relaxation. You have to recover. If anything, it's probably more important than the actual physical activity you're doing. Because if you're doing all this physical activity, whether it's strength training, whether it's cycling, or you know, even in your job at work, rest and relaxation. You know, you've got to have time to unwind and recover. And in your job, that's a little bit harder to do. You might think like, oh, what is there to do? Well, you still have to de-stress. Okay, stress is a huge factor for anybody out there, and it plays into rest and relaxation. If you have high stress and you essentially can't relax, you're never in a state of relaxation if you're in a state of high stress. If you're starting a strength training program, just even a cycling program, or even just in general trying to improve your health, You need rest and relaxation. You have to de-stress. Stress is going to be one of the hugest factors in you being successful, whether that's in your job or your training and things like that. You have to de-stress because stress causes so many bad things in your body. You can't properly rest and recover well due to stress. As a matter of fact, if you are losing weight, trying to lose weight, I don't care how healthy you're eating. If you're in a high stress environment, you got a lot of stress in your life, it's not gonna happen. I can tell you, my sister, I started on the ketogenic diet last year. I followed it strict for 90 days. And my sister, she's seen some of the success I was having with it. And she's overweight. And you know, the thing is she is an accountant, and she is in a very high stress environment, what she does. And she started doing keto, and she lost a little bit of weight at first. You know, things were going okay. But the thing is she wasn't having the success I was, and she's bigger. And when you're bigger, a lot of the success comes at the beginning. You can drop the water weight quick. You start to lose all the excess fat. The excess fat starts to melt away really quick. Now the thing is she wasn't having that success, and I told her, you know, the one thing is you need to de-stress. You need to have rest and relaxation. Hugest thing, biggest thing. You are gonna have I won't say you won't have none. You will have very limited success without proper rest and relaxation. You have to de-stress. You have to get those stresses out of your life. If with those there, it causes toxic things in your body, and when those toxic things are in your body can't properly heal itself, and that is the most important factor. You have to get proper rest and relaxation. It's essential to anything that you're going to do. It doesn't matter how consistent you're going to be. It doesn't matter what your goals are. You can have all the highest aspirations in the world, but without getting the proper rest and relaxation, you do need that. You're not going to succeed without it. So I guess that's today's lesson, is make sure you're getting enough rest and relaxation. And like I said, I've been trying to be consistent, and I hate using the word trying to, because I have been. You've seen my other couple of videos. I was talking about being consistent. I got 2 videos here, and so far, and this is going to be the 3rd video now. Don't get me wrong, while I did take a day off after my first 2 videos, I took a rest day. You know, I had a lot of things around the house I had to get done, and so I wasn't necessarily just sitting around on my butt doing nothing. And then the day after that, I had some things going wrong in my personal life, with my business and everything, so I had to take care of those, but they got done. Everything's all good. I de-stressed, but at the same time, I took 2 days off essentially from actually strength training or really writing, but I still did plenty of things in the meantime. And then, you know, the next day on Wednesday, I hopped right back in and got right back on my strength training program. Thursday morning, it was I was feeling a little sore, had a lot of things to do. Like I said, I'm a busy person. I've got a lot of things to do. I wasn't able to get out and do any strength training or writing that day. And then so Friday, I got a chance. I woke up again. I got my strength training done. And then I had to go to work and spend some time with my family and everything. So that was a fun day. It was a long day on Friday. And then today, now again, it is Saturday. Got out for my morning ride. There's a lot of wind out there. Went and fought it anyway. I didn't go for a long ride. Like I said, I'm going for consistency here. I am feeling a little sore from yesterday's workout. I went out today. I did, I don't know, maybe about 10 miles. It's not a lot. It doesn't have to be a lot. Like I said, I'm on my cycling training. I'm just starting back at the base, man. I'm not at ground zero, but I'm nearly there. So that's what I did today. Went for a short ride. I mean, I don't even know. What was it? What we got here? I've got 37 minutes. 37 minutes of time that I did today. I'll show you my stats right here. Here's what we're looking at. This is from my Garmin here. You can see right there. Okay, I'll try to get the light off of there for you. You can see right there. 37 minutes, 10 miles. Like I said, I wasn't out there pushing hard. That's not the point. You don't always have to push hard, especially when you're doing things like cardio. You're trying to essentially, your heart is a muscle. So when you're out there doing something like cycling training, you gotta think just like when you're lifting lifting weights with your muscles. If you lift too much weight today, doing curls, you won't be able to do it tomorrow, and as a matter of fact, you shouldn't. And you would be able to maybe do it the next day after that, every other day, because you want to give your muscles time to rest and recover. So that's why it's important when you are doing things like cardio workouts and you're trying to improve your cardio base, you can't just go out and nail a lot at once. You've got to, your heart is just like every other muscle. You go, you overload a little bit and then you let it rest. You let it rest and then you go a little bit more and you let it rest. That's just how it works. These are things you can't avoid. If you keep going and going and going and going, you're going to get into a deficit, and you'll notice things like your heart rate won't rise, or it'll be high all the time. There's many factors that go into what they call overtraining, and that's something you definitely want to avoid when you are, especially when you're starting out. Overtraining causes a lot of things. It can cause a lot of detrimental things, not only to your health, but to your progress in your fitness. Like I said, overtraining is a bad thing. I got there, was it last year, maybe the year before? There was times like I would go out, I was fully kitted up, I'd go out to kick my leg over the bike to go ride in the morning, and it just wasn't happening. I was not in the mood. I didn't want to do it. I dreaded it. I was not looking forward to it. It was not fun in the slightest bit. So that's something you got to look out for, and that's why I say rest and relaxation. Make sure that you're getting enough rest and relaxation before and after your workouts. You need it to be able to progress farther, to be able to be consistent. It's something you got to do. That's all I have for today. Make sure you get enough rest, relax. You got to de-stress. It's something you need in your life. Thank you all for tuning in to the Peddling Pugilist. I really appreciate it. If you could, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you could, please leave a comment. If you have anything you'd like to say about these tips that I'm giving, or anything you'd like for me to cover in the future, please leave a comment down in the comments section. Thank you very much. You all have a good day, and depending on when this video gets uploaded, have a great weekend. It's the beginning of my weekend, so you all have a good day. We'll see you next time. Get enough rest and get out there and get back to your training. Have a good day. Take it easy. Bye.